Hello guys and girls, and welcome back. It's your boy Big John, and I'm here today to show you how you're going to be able to catch 100 to 200 if not 300 pips per trade entry using the NEO Indicator Expert Advisor. Trust me guys and girls, all I'm doing is making this easier for you. I know you're going to love this one, so let's get straight into it. Okay, first and foremost, as I always say, if you have not joined my free Telegram group, I am really suggesting you do. Every single week and pretty much every single day, I give out a gold analysis. As you can see clearly here, I've given out a full analysis on what we're waiting for gold to do for us to find a trade entry, and I've even drawn a chart here. Now there is loads of lines on this chart, I completely understand, but like I said, I do break it down before the trade comes in and what you should possibly be looking for. So it is pretty much easy to know when to enter a trade once you do follow what I put in this free group. The link for this group is in the description below. Now last week we managed to catch 120 pips on the sell from gold from this area here, which was 1928, and that was an absolute free trade for you for the week. Okay, now with all that being said, we are going straight over to NEO, the Indicator Expert Advisor on MT4. And yes, this will be an expert advisor that can auto trade for you in the future. But first, we have to get everything coded out of the way. Now, we're going to be going over one part of the coding that's absolutely great for NEO, and it's the multi-time frame break of structures system. So what you can see on the chart right now is the NEO dashboard. But when we actually go to the settings, you can look further down. And if you just scroll down here, we come over to the BOS CHOC settings, and now we've got a whole new update that has been implemented into NEO, which shows you the multi-time frame system. Now paying attention to this, what you can do with this is switch on any time frame you would like to see where breaks of structures have happened. You can be on a higher time frame and look at a lower time frame break of structure, or you can be on a lower time frame and look at a higher time frame break of structure. So what we're going to be going over in this video is the daily break of structures, which you can see over here. I have set to true, so you can set it to true and false by switching it on and off. I've set it to true, so it's on, and we're going to be looking at this on a 4-hour chart. So the first trade we're going to be paying attention to here is AUD USD. Now you can see all of my daily break of structures are here, and I'm on a 4-hour time frame. Now for you to be able to catch a simple trade setup, it's so easy guys and girls. Yes, you're not going to win every trade, but if you're a busy person, this is perfect for you. So we can see we had a daily break of structure here. We even had another change of character over here, and this was a bearish direction. What we can see is there is a level of resistance here that automatically appears for you on NEO, and we even had multiple retests to this area, showing us that this trade setup could possibly continue to sell. The next thing we have here is we had a liquidity grab. So NEO actually maps out all of the buy and sell side liquidity, which is also multi-time frame. You can change it in the settings if you want to, just like the break of structures. But we're paying attention to the 4-hour liquidity grabs here, and you can see from that resistance level, price action came to this 4-hour buy side liquidity, which was up here, and we saw a rejection sell trade that went down. So to make it easier for you to catch a trade setup, you can easily have just put a pending order right here on this buy side liquidity, which was previously shown on the chart for you. And as soon as price action came back here, you can see the massive trade that did actually happen for around about 200 pips. Now, as simple as this, your stop loss would just be above this box here. So you would have had about a 20 pip stop loss, and then that was a 220 pip trade setup. Very easy. There was even another entry over here, because what are we? We are daily bearish here as well. And then we've seen price action has now pulled back to a verified zone. It's grabbed the liquidity, which was buy side here on the 4-hour chart. And again, the same thing. You could have had a pending order here and taking your trade setup down to here, and your stop loss could have been above this box right here as well. So you had about a 100 pip trade with a 50 pip stop loss on the second entry. You can see right over here on Euro AUD, we had a change of character which was bullish over here in the market. Price action came down here and created a liquidity. We also have a support level which was verified but has now turned to a proven level because there was loads of retests to this area. And we can see right here price action went down towards this liquidity, which was sell side liquidity. We saw that move happen here. So you could have had a pending order around this area. You would have only had about a 30 pip stop loss, and you can see the trade that happened. This was a 300 pip buy trade. And then of course, if you held this trade entry, you would have literally made a 700 pip trade. It would have been harder for you to hold this trade because we do see there is a daily bearish break of structure here. So at this time, if you did want to, you would have come out of the trade if you wasn't looking to hold it long term for a swing trade setup, but you still made 300 pips on this move. Now paying attention to what we can see over here, again, we are on the 4-hour chart, but looking at daily breaks of structure, which is is great with the multi-time frame system. We can see there's a daily break of structure here, another one here, and then what do we see? We see price action came up towards where this liquidity is in the verified area, but it never grabbed liquidity with this move. But then we do see there was a liquidity grab right here. So your pending order, which would have been your sell limit, would have been activated. Your stop loss would have been above this area here, and then you would have been able to catch a 227 pip trade. Very simple, guys and girls. All of this is edging towards elements of NEO Strategy 3, which I will be collecting as much data as possible within this month to just confirm all confirmations. But as simple as you can see it here, it's very simple to trade this, and this is not cherry picking, guys and girls. This happens. You will see it yourself once you have the product. When we come over to Euro USD, we can see what happened here. So we are daily bearish, as we can see from all of this. Price action actually came back up towards this level here. You can see there was a liquidity grab and a rejection. Price action did go daily bullish on this pair. What I do explain to a lot of traders is that because price action can do very volatile moves sometimes, NEO, the indicator, is not going to pick up every single break of structure in the market. No indicator out there actually does, and you can go and test that yourself. What you would have seen here if you just did a manual analysis is that there actually was a bullish break of structure with this move on the daily time frame. So catching this sell would not have happened, and I'm showing you this to be as transparent as possible. So now we can see that price action did go down towards this level here. It did continue to sell, and that's absolutely great. Now this was actually a signal trade setup because we can see there was a daily break of structure bearish here, and according to NEO Strategy 2, as soon as you see a turncoat level on the H4 chart, you can be looking for a trade setup if there is a daily break of structure or change of character. So I told all of the traders, which you can see proof of over here, I gave them the entry from this area here, and then of course this was around about a 66 pip trade for us, which actually went about TP 1.5, which was great. We all made money off of that, and you can also see the money I made right over here as well. When we come over to GBP NZD, you can see this is crystal clear. We had a daily break of structure here. Price action grabbed this liquidity. If you had a pending order from here, this was about 220 pips with around about a 79 to 80 pip stop loss, and that would have been a trade setup for you. And if you missed that trade setup, then there was another one here inside this verified zone. This would have been untested at first, like this one you can see above here. Price action has only sold off of this area once, so when it came back to here, unless it broke down a little bit more, maybe here, then it would have turned to a verified level. If it has already been a verified level, then this would have said verified level 1 before price bought into this area, so that would have given you a very good indication if liquidity was taken that price action could continue to sell. But right now, even if you had your pending order here again, you can see the same thing. So this time you had around about a 50 pip stop loss, and price action went all the way down here for about 290 pips. Heading over to GBP USD, we can see we have a daily break of structure here, and just like what I told you before, you can see this is an untested level when price action just sells off of a resistance level once, like going all the way down here. So you would have seen something very similar here happening with this first sell. When price action came back into this level and sold again, this would have said verified 1, telling you, hey, if it does come back into this level, then you're looking for a possible great trade setup. Now what is also great again with NEO is the liquidity levels. You can see there is buy side liquidity here. Price action came back into this level, so you could have easily had a pending order here. Your stop loss would have been above this level here, so about 45 to maybe 50 pips of a stop loss, and then you had this trade setup going all the way down here for 240 pips. If you held it even more, as you saw there was another daily break of structure here bearish, now you would have had around about a 340 pip trade. So you can see why I made the title of this video. This happens all the time, but will not happen every day, as this is really swing trading, but it's very simple to trade this way. When we come over to USD CAD, we can see the same type of setups happening again. So let's just pay attention to this area down here. We can see there's a daily break of structure down here, and there's a bullish daily break of structure down here as well. As soon as price action created this, we saw a liquidity hunt right back down here. The liquidity level was here, so your pending order would have been right here in this verified box level, telling you that price action can buy because it's a support level. There was multiple taps to this level, so it would have said at least 1 or 2, and then you would have had your pending order here, your stop loss below this area for around about 52 pips, maybe 55, and then look at the huge trade that actually did occur. So this was a 500 pip trade, but like I've said before, it did go daily bearish here, so you might have come out of the trade at this point. You would have at least had a 470 pip buy trade. Now when we head over to USD CHF on the 4-hour chart, again we have a daily break of structure here. We see price action start to buy up, pulled into this area here, here, which would have turned this into an untested level. Then we've seen price action sell back down into this level here and grab the liquidity. Our pending order would have been here. We would have had a stop loss of around about 24 pips, and then we could see the beautiful buy trade that happened for about 170 pips. If we look further in this trade, we can see if we held it for a swing trade, this was 250 pips. And even if you missed that entry, there was another re-entry right over here after this liquidity grab. That would have been a 178 pip trade. And then you can see there was another bullish daily break of structure here. Price action pulled back for the liquidity hunt and it took out this liquidity here. So you would have had another pending order buy from this level here for about 180 pips. And of course, you would have had around about an 80 pip stop loss. So you're looking at 1 to 2.5 RR for a buy trade setup. Now, just to show you, this doesn't only work on Forex pairs. This is US 30 on the 4-hour chart. And if the setup appears on metals, cryptos, oil, or even indexes, you are going to be able to catch these trade setups like this. You can see here we had a daily bearish break of structure. Price action came back into this level after it grabbed liquidity here, and you can see there was a sell trade set up from here going down to here for around about 485 pips. And if you missed that one, there was another liquidity grab here, so you would have entered here, and then this was a huge sell for 1,462 pips. Your stop loss would have been above this box up here, and that would have been a perfect trade setup for you. Just simply paying attention to daily breaks of structure and then seeing a liquidity grab and taking the trade setup. The only major thing you have to pay attention to is that price action can also break daily break of structure in the opposite direction, and sometimes NEO may not pick that up. Like I've said, because of volatility in the market, it's not possible for any indicator to pick up every single break of structure. So if you do want to become better at trading, it is always best to just give a 5 to 10 second quick analysis on the MT4 or TradingView to see your break of structure if it is correct on your indicator. I do this all the time, and I teach you how to do this every single Sunday in my VIP Zoom calls, as well as weekly market analysis for trade setups. If you do want to get into the NEO indicator product with the VIP service that comes with signals and the Zoom calls and break of structure alerts on Telegram, and then all you have to do is message me in Discord or Telegram. The links for that will be in the description below. It is 150 GBP, and that is for lifetime access with no monthly fees, one-time payment. This price will increase as that is a discounted rate, because the more updates I do, of course, the more expensive this product will become. I hope you love the information I've given you in this video, guys and girls, and I hope it helps you to understand more about the new update, which is the multi-time frame break of structure change of character system on NEO. On that note, I'm going to leave you there. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. It is your boy Big John, and I'm out. Easy.
Started from the bottom like Drake. Got that young moolah, but I learned my mistakes. Climbing up the ladder, gotta watch out for the snakes. If you wanna be the boss, then you have to delegate.